Ari is actually a pretty good example of what we're going to be talking about. Just because someone is popular doesn't mean they can carry the weight. It's maybe dangerous to continue going that path. This video is inspired by Roblox banning Chris Hansen, by the way. Such a mess. It is hard to tell if they're actually backing predators or they are. Wait, there's a second option. There's a second. I'm not quite sure because it's not like they are able to explain their own behavior. Taking a vaccine was a popular thing to do. Not a very cool thing anymore. In fact, whatever he took, he's incapable of actually being honest anymore. He rather looks like a scumbag. Crazy. Again, at some point, popular, not anymore. Now it's a fucking joke. Alright? But I'm gonna add something to the list that will flip the whole script. Entire city. Popular. But is it a good idea? Is it even safe? Every city has a suburban area, just like every Roblox has a ring of fire. The more of clueless little humans you can put in one place, the more predators would also target the same place. Oh, and when I say predators, I mean something completely different than the perverted version. Because even the word predators has been predated. So that sucks, right? Obviously they would do that. This is the most obvious thing that would happen in reality. The word predators would be overused for like a weird definition, like sexual predator, right? Going after little children. We actually already have word for that. You don't need to specify it with multiple words and even borrow, like we will call pedos apples as well. We just need that word as well. They're fucking apples, man. They're just such apples. This is the scary part. The way we use language is the way we communicate, the way we understand each other. If we overuse certain words on certain terms, it gets really icky sticky. Predators predate on all kinds of things, and the definition is extract wealth from vulnerable people. Right? So when you go to a job, it's a 50-50. You either are working for a predator or not. It's 50-50, it's 50% chance you are working for a predator. So you have to think about it, right? They're everywhere. Especially in crowded areas. All right? The more people go to one place, the more people converge, the more popular something is, the more likely predators will attempt to infiltrate and take over that mini pocket of value. Because one thing that a predator wants to do, the starting point is can you scam them individually? Can you take one person, tell them a story, bam, scam. You extract wealth from them. Scammers are also predators. Predators are such a wide definition because, again, it's a way of life. It's a way of targeting the vulnerable of some kind. And even though Google says this, there are the most basic definitions, right? The animal predators. They also do the same exact thing. They don't go after the strongest animals, they go after the weakest. They go after the herds. They do the exact definition, all right? They go after the popular group, and whoever falls short will be defeated, basically, destroyed, eaten alive, right? This was also inspired by another thing, LARPtube, alright? LARPtube is popular. However, it has nothing of value, right? It just converges a bunch of people, a bunch of children, basically puts a target on their back, and predators might have a field day. I don't know. Because I can't participate anymore. It's boring. Okay? My message to them was, predators are coming. But right now they're reading the message of, LARPing is pretty much dead, so... Yeah, I made a version of this, on that channel. And I might continue fearing more things. More specific things. And I regarded Penguin Zero or Moist Critical as a predator. I saw a mask slip and he just strictly attacked LARPing community without, like, separating the two things. Right? Of, like, look at this disgusting LARPer, though, over there. Getting so much attention. It was almost understandable. He didn't put it in correct context to be truly convincing. He's just the, you know, the drama king. Whatever he says goes, basically. But the thing that he said, his argument was, it rubs me the wrong way. It's not that deep of an argument, alright? It feels bad, so it must be bad. At some point, bro is a little bit too popular, I would say. He's a drama king. I mean, whatever he targets, people gonna dunk on that person. He has a lot of enemies. They probably got dunked on as well. I'm telling you, just the popular thing is not safe. By default. People think, actually, they're gonna be safe. They're gonna go to a city and they definitely gonna get a job. But if you don't know what the fuck is going on, and if you can be treated like trash, then unfortunately, you might work for a predator. Best case scenario. Alright? Best case scenario, you just get a shitty job that you will hate. The worst case scenario is nothing works out. You can't even get a grip onto a city at all. You can't rent a place, everything's too expensive. And you eventually get ejected into the slum part. I'm telling you, the best case scenario, because you can't just snap your fingers, become rich. There's not enough opportunities for everyone. There is enough opportunities to survive. And again, city is not the best place for that. You don't need that much to survive when it comes to survival. That's the beauty of it. If you go outside in tiny pockets of the world, you go to a village and you have to ask yourself, how does the village survive? Because they have more choke points than the city, right? They're not as in danger, but of course they can be invaded by migrants. How about that? How about that for a fucking danger? Yeah, they can be destroyed. They can be choked. Sucks. But it obviously shows the immediate evil of your own country. It's something that happened already. And I couldn't believe it. Alright? You have cities. Put migrants in your fucking cities. The end. Otherwise, pure evil. It's always safe, of course, in the village if you are accepted. If you're rejected by everyone and you're hated by everyone, I mean, that sucks. Usually, though, you can redeem yourself just by simply doing work. By simply being needed, being a part of a thing that's trying to survive. You know, this is a noble thing to chase for. But, again, I'm not sure how life works because it's not like I'm gonna even go outside. Even going outside is a popular thing. Even traveling is a popular thing. Is it safe, though? Eventually, you have to, like, define what the fuck you mean by safe. Because that's not the only value that you can worry about, right? There's a lot more problematic things about anything popular. I already touched one of the most disgusting things that you can encounter is brain rot. Something can be popular, but it can suck really badly. What I put on a thumbnail was not brain rot. The brain rot is David Dobrik, okay? A rich person who doesn't know where to fucking spend money. And he shoves camera into himself, and it's like he's getting all these fucking $10,000 worth gifts, and he doesn't need anything, and he's getting like a 17th car for himself for his birthday that's someone bought him for his own money. Like, this is stuff that now lives in my brain. I still remember the fucking scene for how stupid it was. There is no value in this shit, okay? There's a lot of rich people who live bullshit lives, and when they point a camera at themselves, all you see is brain rot. All you see is just absolute fucking nonsense, right? They get all the hot babes, they get all the money, they have all the things that they can possibly need to live a good life forever and ever and ever, and yet it makes no fucking sense why that guy in particular. Right? If you converge your attention to where things are popular, you'll become envious. And unfortunately, there's limits to the envy. Right? At some point, it's a boiling point. At some point, you won't be able to take it. At some point, it hurts how envious you can get. Again, envy is good. You must understand, a lot of people don't deserve what they have, and you have to fight to flip the script in your favor, to scare them that they're not being proper human beings, that they're still not safe, no matter what the fuck they're doing, because they're not kind. Kindness takes them out, and first and foremost makes them look immoral. Alright? Celebrities are technically kind by default by giving you free content. Alright? You do have to take that into account of what do you get. Because they could be all hiding their wealth and all that shit. That's the only redeeming factor, is that you could get to see it. So it's almost like brain rot cancels itself because it exposes itself. So that's another thing. A YouTuber can be popular, but he gives you brain rot. It's not safe to consume such content. But yeah, I don't even go outside. It's a popular thing to do. What do you do, though, outside? How do you make friends, for example? Right? There's all of a sudden the mysteries of life open up when people do some kind of popular thing, but it's so fucking meaningless, it's hard to understand why people do it in the first place. Right? Eventually, they do it because it's a popular thing and they want to socialize desperately. Right? They want to surround themselves with people so they don't have to think for themselves. You know, it's escapism. It's not that deep, even. What does capitalism have to do with this? I mean, unfortunately, everything. You see it everywhere. Alright? There's a ring of fire to consider. Ring of fire is the failure point. If you don't succeed, you get nothing. You burn, right? You have to win the exact thing that you're aiming at, or you lose entirely. It's win or lose. Winner media is where we at right now. We're not using social media, we're using winner media. This media has been brought to you by capitalism exclusively. Okay? We can upgrade it to the next level. We can twist winner media using the government, where we treat like 18-year-olds differently, 30-year-olds differently. We segregate people based on how much effort they're putting in, and how much you have to like check this guy out. Is he doing something cool? Maybe that guy is doing something cool. We will encourage people to check each other's content, right? See if we can find something valuable on YouTube that is also happens to be free, that someone is working on. Again, don't want to brag, but I might be on the list to be checked out, maybe? No? Only when government steps in, winner media becomes something regulated. But right now, as it stands, it is what it is, okay? You think that it's the end of what you can possibly achieve is become popular, become famous. But fame comes in the risk of, do you know what to do with fame? Do you know what to project? Every single time you have to be able to feed people, feed little children as if it's Halloween every fucking day. And you're gonna run out of self-esteem. Something's gonna fucking crack eventually. You can't be a winner every single day, even if people portray you as such, right? Your awards will fade out. You might even get exhausted from the whole thing. So, unfortunately, I participated in GMTK, which is a game jam. I was supposed to make a game, and the results were worse than the last year, so that sucks. I thought I made an actually more slick of a game, but people just didn't rate it at all. People didn't give me any ratings anymore. We went from 24 ratings to 9 ratings. Very likely I was just rated down and left for dead. I won't even bother showing the whole thing. I just have the ratings that went down from this to this. There was like a 3-pointer, 3.3, and the highest score became 2.6, but at the same time, there's not even enough ratings anymore. I got below average amount of ratings too. I didn't get any comments. I got consumed by the ring of fire. As if I was never meant to win anything. Just give me something, right? Give me fucking something. I wasn't a child making a fucking game for once, like a lot of people did. But that's another thing that creates Ring of Fire. Children support each other. Children crack the system in mysterious ways by being fucking amateurs. And it's like, look at this cute little fucking creation, right? They get treated differently, which also makes no fucking sense, right? But it's very likely they get more attention. But they follow also a specific rule. You have to follow a specific rule to jump over the Ring of Fire. So in the Game Jam sense, I will pull up the Game Jam. Well, it's not that hard at the end of the day. There was this guy. He's clearly a fucking child. Alright, he got way better scores than I could ever possibly get. Alright. And it's like super basic stuff. Where a child has drawn a bunch of shit. That's annoying. And then he gets a bunch of ratings too. 44. Right? Maybe he was active in a community. It is what it is. But it just keeps going like that. You know, I'm not rated in the middle. Right? I'm rated below average. As a fucking game developer with a game engine and everything. Like, imagine where they're fucking placing me. Imagine the middle finger that they're giving me, and it's probably also involving a lot of children giving me a middle finger because they're also such good critics, such reliable critics, right? The whole system here is fucked beyond repair. The only thing I can fucking do is create something that a child would never be able to do, a 3D game. That shit would slap, all right? Slap them out of here. Because they would end a 3D game that I would make slightly faster than everyone else, upload slightly faster, then it would get picked up because there's no escape. All right, no one can compete against me. But when I release something simple looking, then shit. It also kind of needs like screenshots. You can see there's less ratings, but even this guy, top 1,000. Doesn't matter. There is no minimum rating requirement either, by the way, for the game to actually be successfully rated. The system fundamentally is so fucking broken, but that's the whole point. The system is so broken that the rest of the system is expecting us to be smart and nice. What the fuck are you talking about? Right? What are you even talking about? The Game Jam doesn't feel like it even fucking exists. It exists in a rage bait brain rot dimension. It's the most popular one as well. And it drives me fucking crazy how it actually works. It's the most dumbest fucking thing I've ever fucking interacted. Right? It's missing that government interference of making things fair, making things, sensible. Holy shit. Holy shit. At some point, little fucking children, they rule the internet. Because they have their accounts, right? If we were to vote on the internet, little children get to vote as well. Right? And they get to downvote all the adults for just because it's so funny. Haha. Funny. Right? Like, all of a sudden, things get really fucking ugly really fast. Because we don't care that much. We allowed certain loopholes. Children get to break things off the internet. First and foremost. And that's what government actually wanted to do. Is to remove children altogether. It's like, you have to be 18. Otherwise, stop using social media. Like, period. There is a better way to implement this system. Government, call me up. We can build our own social media, if anything. Right? You don't even have to regulate YouTube. You can just build another YouTube on top. You can use YouTube to build another website. Maybe 10 times better than whatever the fuck this shit is. It depends, right? This could be our only resort. We might not be able to convince YouTube to actually improve themselves. A fucking billion-dollar company doesn't want to actually invest money into itself. Trillion-dollar company. And then government has to interfere. YouTube itself is a popular platform, and it's not safe necessarily. We don't know what's going to happen. No one knows what's going to happen. No one has job security of any kind. Actually, that's a lie. That's probably the biggest lie. People had job securities to some extent, but not everyone, of course. The Ring of Fire was still continuing to consume people. You can only be popular for a certain amount of time if you are not the most popular, right? If you're not dead center. So yeah, this is the basic way Ring of Fire looks like. I might actually even have to take a screenshot eventually. You have this popular place. Some people are doomed to be popular for a very, very long time. It's very difficult to cancel them or anything. But the rest are going to be ravaged by the predators around. And predators, you can sometimes become a predator by like trying to go through the Ring of Fire and you just fall into it. Because it's so difficult to get to that, American dream, so to speak. But American dream sounds exactly it. Sounds exactly like some people make it and some people don't. Popularity does not define morality 1-to-1 ratio. Popularity can only define attractiveness. And then you have to question yourself, is it attractive because it's moral or not? You have to separate the two things. Because it could be the opposite as well. Would still make it attractive. Unfortunately, being a predator is popular too. I just happened to see that pretty late into the video. But Ring of Fire is just like a unavoidable part of a broken system. Right, where people converge all into one place. They create a broken system. If it was a healthy system, it would allow constant wrecking balls to come in. These guys, the radical particles, would get attracted. The good guys, basically. And sometimes good guys are born within the predator ring as well. They also get collected. And all of a sudden, this thing gets torn apart. Torn apart. As a good guy, personally, I stopped a lot of people from being noisy neighbors. I was the only one. I was the fucking radical particle to stop a lot of the fucking predatory behavior in my neighborhood. And yet, no one else was. Okay? No one else was very helpful enough. The system itself was fucking trash. And they never thanked me for it either. Rather, I feel like a fucking criminal doing that shit. So, what's that about? Right? Because there's probably a correct way to do it. Crazy. A powerful system doesn't have to be too popular, but it would break down the Ring of Fire. That would not exist. When you properly fight crime and injustice, it disappears. Pretty obvious, right? So Ring of Fire technically indicates if a popular thing is also cursed. Now, it's still very difficult to like poke individual YouTubers, individual popular people. It's like, or individual games. It's hard. But one of the most reliable ways to poke a popular thing is ask yourself, do you like it? After using it a long time, do you actually like it? How much do you like it? This is actually a pretty good criteria. Like, you be the judge. Is the popular thing good or bad? Right? If it's bad, it's gonna have a Ring of Fire automatically. Again, I participated, and I thought Game Jam was absolute dog shit. I participated in Tinder, and I realized Tinder is absolute fucking dog shit. It probably has ridiculous level of Ring of Fire, to where you think there's a light in the end of the tunnel, and they can manipulate you so much because everyone needs that one thing. Is a fucking girlfriend, basically. Everyone's struggling to do that one thing. And at some point they wake up and it's just like, I need this drug really badly, I need this drug really badly, and Tinder's like, yes, give me money. Give me money right now, we'll help you out, buddy. We'll help you out. And I guarantee you guys, women themselves, they allow self-predation. They allow the Ring of Fire to fester. Women often put social pressure into place where you do have to spend money for love. They do start fucking gold digging, basically. And that's not love, though. That's not love. If you don't offer anything better than this, I'm sorry, we're not doing this shit. All right? Love first, money later. All right? Money after I feel loved, then I have to compensate for the things I'm receiving. Right? Otherwise, nah. No, we're not building bridges yet. Until love. Until you build love. That system comes first. And it's not through attractiveness. And even morality is just like safety. No, well, you have to make sure that every individual is loved for who they are. Right? It's not for how moral they are, but for who they are. But yeah, so like, a broken system will always tell you, well, you're so close, you just need to put in some money. Right? All of a sudden, there's a way to fix this. Even this, like, Game Jam thing, I feel like can also be broken by you being popular, by you putting money into getting some fake votes, and all of a sudden you're up there. And everyone questions to some degree why you're up there, but at the same time, you're up there. Fuck you guys. Using money, there's probably so many ways to cheat as well. And that's where the predators come from in the first place. Some of them do have money. There's Ring of Fire all over the place. Or rather, the effects of Ring of Fire are all over the place. Based on corruption. Based on how much money can actually do. How much it can influence people. How much materialism is infected. Or infecting this part of society. MrBeast is basically role-playing as a predator, by the way. Like, he knows what he's doing. He is technically encapsulating the whole ecosystem of both Ring of Fire and whatever is inside. Anyone who is materially oriented is gonna subscribe. There's only the free radicals that will not accept the MrBeast ideology. They don't just casually accept things, and MrBeast will never chase after them in the first place. He will just tremble in fear in hopes that none of the fucking radicals will just cut the whole system in half and obliterate it. That's nobody just steal his channel, steal all his money, steal all of his reputation, set everything on fire, everything fucking collapses, and yet his structure is relatively unstable in the end of the day, because it relies on a lot of people, not just himself. No matter how hard he works, the real question is how hard people gonna work for him. We get to see a predator roleplay in front of our eyes, and he constantly gets accused of doing exactly that, of being a predator. You know? Surprise, surprise. Because all you have to do is dangle material goods in front of someone's face and people will start paying attention. They can't help it. No one slaps them in the face and tells them otherwise of what are the potential dangers. If we cannot actually describe potential dangers, people just gonna buy lottery tickets and move on with their lives. People will take stupid risks. Potential dangers have to be pointed out all the fucking time. And it's not just like, ew, police, stop right there, stop being on your phone. Right? People have to see what it's like, how easy it is to crash a car. Right? How much attention deficit of just being drunk crashes a car. Like, everyone needs that basic amount of education to feel the danger of everything that they're doing. Yeah. Cars are popular, and they're fucking dangerous. Even dogs are popular and dangerous. Thank God cats are not not dangerous. Jesus fuck. The only thing that is actually a predator and catches, like, a lot of things. Basically, a cat is regarded as the greatest predator. And top tier, top ranked predator. The tiny little fucking cat. I can probably pull. It's one of these fucking tiny cats. Kill rate, unbelievable, bro. That's right. It's over. Black-footed cat. Unbeatable, guys. Greatest win rate. Somehow the biggest predator doesn't seem like a predator anymore. And what the fuck? Is that the definition of love? Now, there's a chance that cats manipulate people, and that's the problem. But at the same time, I mean, I will always lean to cats and not dogs, because dogs actually predate my life. Just the noise alone is bad enough, but then they actually fucking bite. Cats don't do no stupid shit, bro. And I can't believe we can ever cats versus dogs when there's a clear fucking winner, unfortunately. I can't believe this is popular, guys. Because this sounds pretty dangerous. There's one bad option in there. It's crazy. Dogs are like the ultimate humanity's brain rot. This is like the ultimate flex of, yes, I'm an evil person type of flex. It's so fucking mad. And cats truly just seem like a normal fucking person. They're just sleeping. They're just cuddly. They just chill like that. Like, how can you possibly, in trillions of billions of years ever, be like, no dog, actually? No. Dog, though. Absolutely dog. I hate every fucking dog, basically, I've ever met, it seems like. And dogs have always been a nuisance. It's literally a choice of good and evil, and people think it's the same thing. People think it's 1-to-1 ratio. Like, what are you talking about? And yet, there is one thing that can put it, you know, into perspective. It is evil. And sometimes evil is needed to flip the script. Sometimes, you know, you need a dog to guard you. That's all it is. Right? If there's a lot of evil in the world, then you own the dog. That's the only explanation you can have. Only when there's a lot of evil in the world. You can flip the script and switch to a dog. That's it. That's the only exception. People walking with giant dogs. They want to feel safe. Ooh, woo. Popular is not, by default, safe. It's not by default good. It's not by default appropriate. Please subscribe so I become popular. Thank you very much. They have this convenience thing going on, so... And I can't have it. The only convenience part is that it's 30 megabytes. But then it's scary to download things, you know? Increasingly more. It is what it is. You never truly know. I don't even know what the fuck this is, by the way. This is definitely garbage. Fuck is this? This is fucking garbage, dude. Are you fucking kidding me? It's fucking garbage, dude. Like, I'm sorry, dude. Enjoyment? Higher than my game. What do you mean? Like, I can tell it's garbage. That's what I'm talking about. It's a fucking little fucking boy. Gets way better ratings than I can possibly get for some reason. Right? Oh yeah, audio. Audio. Just by having audio, you get such a fucking great rating. Do you understand how fucking omega rage bait that is? But again, he has something I never had. His ability to just, like, plug myself into a web page. People just, like, look past it, trample you, because it's a worry. It's an unnecessary worry that they have to, like, care about. And yet I can't join because I have something more important to give to them. Even Windows itself, from popular to the most degenerate thing ever, the most talked about predator thing of all time, right? Predators have been able to take over Windows. That's how cool it is. All right, it's a never-ending battle, in fact. But predators were able to take over something that is fundamentally needed by everyone. Imagine that. Under apocalypse terms, we see what is truly possible. It's the worst things that are possible, actually. Have I talked about everything? There is one fascinating thing about apocalypse in general. If everyone is crying, nobody gets help. Help is basically distributed generally, but not on individual basis. You can cry as much as you want. Apocalypse is where everything is on fire, everything is falling apart, right? And we will have to jump ship. We will have to sink capitalism no matter how many people are attached to it. Capitalism will no longer be the most popular ideology anymore, whether we like it or not. Even if it is the most popular, it's still not going to be the most popular. And we can tell that it's not the most popular anymore. There is one thing that, can be justified as democracy, right? Is what ideology we gravitate, all of us, globally, collectively, across the world. That hive mind, that level of hive mind is technically more powerful. Like, on TikTok, we're bashing capitalism over and over again. We can't help it. And we have the scummiest president making headlines about how scummy he is. It's so annoying, but all right. Bitcoin. Let's make money through Bitcoin. Someone decided. So under apocalypse, we don't know who is crying for help anymore. We can't hear anyone at all. Only when apocalypse ends will we probably be able to emerge my channel in the first place. Because my channel is constantly crying for help. Please help, guys. I need friends. I need this and that. I need attention. Right now, I need to save this thing that I have. I constantly cry, okay? I need everything. Every single thing I don't have. Except money. And people are like, no, you have money, it's over. You can solve your problem. No, that's not how it works. There is, to be able to actually solve my problems, you have to offer me something. What can you offer for $5? There are no offers. There's nothing existing at all. I need everything. But it has to start with the offer. What can you give me in the first place? Can you even talk to me for $5? Fucking hell, dude. The world is on fire, so even if you need some kind of specialized or exclusive help, you're not gonna get. But we might be able to get it after apocalypse. Things gonna change. When we start adopting AI, when we stop fucking condemning people for even using something as simple as asking AI a question as if it's a fucking Google. I was condemned for that. It's just such a fucking moral grandstanding by these tiny children out there on the community that I participated, They think they have everything figured out and they can just completely ignore me. Isn't that beautiful? Right? They don't need anything that I'm putting down. It's not entertainment value. They're just coddled up in the little fucking corners of the galaxy. They're completely safe. Never met a predator before. Well, not only I think predators are coming, but they should. They should. I abandoned this place. I'm not going to protect it. Go ahead. Distract yourselves, okay? I don't want predators predating on good things. I want them attacking bad things. So, easier to live life that way. They constantly poke holes. There's enough evil people, enough predators to go around. Even a bully is a predator. Bully. And a child can be a bully. A fucking child. Anyone can be a predator. Anyone can find a weaker person to predate upon. Even in gaming, you predate on noobs. Noobs not knowing what to do, how to escape the fucking predator zone. In gaming, it's almost like the opposite is true. The ring of fire is right here in a center. And you have to escape into the wilderness where there are resources. Right? You have to escape from the center of the server, from the shithole. There can be a ring of fire where like the server offers you a safe space, and there's the ring of fire. This is how Minecraft looks like most of the time. There's a ring of fire where resources are completely stripped and you have to reach a safe spot. And it's still not completely safe because it's still wilderness, it's still PvP land, basically. And people can actually get out, become radicals, and hack the system as well. They can see through walls, for example. That is a predatory way of operating, unfortunately. But yeah, simply because something is in the center, but that's because the center point is the spawn point. It's the same thing. It's like, this is the spawn point, and you're trying to get to your destination, you still have to go through the ring of fire. Right? You still have to go through potential failure. And again, just because there's something on the other side of the ring of fire doesn't mean that it's a meaningful thing to chase after. That you actually need to reach that goal. That it's worth it. Is it even worth it? We never know these things. This is the most dangerous thing. That's why chasing popularity in general, trying to build a business, these are like unstable things. It's very risky. It's still kind of like buying a lottery ticket. You should try. You should always try, but you should never be all in. You should not be all in. In a way, Paddle was kind of, well, dropped the music video where, like, a person was trying over and over again as if it was the only thing they could possibly do, and then they fucking snap. When you snap and kill someone, I mean, you end your own life, too. It's not that simple. You don't get to enjoy the rewards of doing crime most of the time. That's the thing about predators. Predators don't really do crime. Either they can get away with something, or they do such petty crime or such crime in the open where it's accepted. It's abusing the brokenness of the system. Whatever it is, predators try not to do crime. So they can just do their thing really, really fast, really efficiently, without police bothering them, without lawsuits. That's the way they want to do it, right? MrBeast wants to make you feel that everything he's doing is legal. And then he makes himself feel that he can just keep doing that same thing over and over again. No big deal. I wanted to like pull this graph in the video, and I did. It's IQ graph, the bell curve, right? But the reality is very interesting. If you're below average, there's an average requirement for anything, to use anything, to use a fucking spoon, for fuck's sake. You can accidentally drop the spoon, and it never pick it up, and everyone just tramples the spoon into the ground, and it disappears. Until someone digs it out like a fucking archaeological find 1,000 years later, basically. So, anything can be destroyed. It can be destroyed when you go down this hill the opposite way, when you do stupid shit instead of the smart things. When you're smart, you are creating things. When you're stupid, you're destroying things. When you're stupid, you also own more dogs, effectively. Again, this can sound sarcasm, but unfortunately, unfortunately, the more stupid people we have and the more power we give to the stupid people, the more they will use their stupidity to destroy everything. We will flood our platforms with stupid brain rot content until we clean that shit up, until we demand for that to be gone. Otherwise, we're gonna have equal amounts of stupid shit as well as the smart shit. And it's gonna be a never-ending battlefield, basically. It's gonna cancel itself out to zero amount of value in the end of the day. I might be the smartest thing you've ever found on this platform, and then there's plenty of fucking haters trying to distract me at the same time. Alright? Disrupt my behavior. And the more popular I become, the more people will try and disrupt me because, you know, it's a never-ending battlefield. If I'm smart, I deserve to have enemies. Imagine that. Imagine the fucking upside-down world we live in, where being good deserves you bad rewards. And being bad, I don't know what gives you. I don't know what bad gives you. But if you just follow all the rules, you're so much better off in the end of the day. Because that's what it takes in the end of the day. Like, if you want to survive, you have to follow every single fucking rule, including the fact that you can't help other people, you just can only help yourself. You have to get to that center. You have to get to the center by all means. Copycat, do whatever it takes. That's what LARPing is trying to do as well. It's like, I can be a YouTuber, I'll just do the same thing as the other YouTubers, and that will work, and it worked. If you follow all the rules, it technically works. But of course it gets harder and harder the closer you get, and at some point, your landing pad feels bad, man. Still, despite all the great intentions, if the system sucks, it will not save people from falling victim to a ring of fire. Is that it? Because the system will actually, like, attempt to save you. Attempt to drag you into the center, attempt to, you know, give you a little bit of a boost while you're struggling. While you're in the ring of fire, everyone treats you like shit as well. Everyone treats you like a failure. Maybe they themselves failed, but usually they themselves failed a long time ago. These are lost souls in the first place. They just see the difference of, like, oh, you didn't make it. But to me, I'm strong enough to where, like, I understand what's going on. I've been through this billions of times. You know, I know where the abuse is coming from. You need that magical clout to mesmerize other people of, like, oh, this guy totally made it. He has clout. He's not just some random. But people don't really have a way to decipher anything. It's the system that has to provide so many things for things to finally fucking work. Right? If we, like, LARPTube was basically built on the same fucking premise of big number go up. But we also then rely on the big number to come from somewhere, and it comes from little fucking children clicking the stupid subscribe button. What the fuck, man? We're gonna rely on children to fix the system? Did I not fucking... like, Tinder is bad enough when women do it. When children do it, we are fucked. It's over for humanity, bro. If we rely on children to do the right thing, we are so fucked right now. If we create a voting system and we pretend that, yeah, children gonna get to decide, if they feel good, they will click subscribe. You assume that. But what actually happens is the most popular thing is the most washed out, follow every single fucking imaginable rule type of thing. And also strip away anything that resembles human speech, because human speech is not efficient enough to communicate with the whole world. The most popular things are also stripped apart to bare minimum. Because it does have to, in fact, rely on children. Children's support. It has to strip itself away. It's a very similar thing going on with, in terms of popular opinions. Popular opinion is a fucking zero. You can always expect the bell curve to be at zero. It's neither creative or destructive. It's just fucking nothing. Alright? Depending on circumstances as well. If it's dramatic, people want destruction by default. If it's a win, it's a win. Right? We can all celebrate a win. It's usually like that. There's drama in the summer, and we celebrate Christmas in the winter, and we all try to be like, oh, it's so nice right now. We're so happy, shivering and fucking cold, because we're trying to resist. Well, we're not trying to resist. We're not trying to resist. That's how the seasons work. Winter humbles you down, and summer turns you into a fucking monster. That's it. And you're not resisting it. You should be as a high IQ as possible during the summer, and low IQ as possible during the winter. You should try and resist the status quo, basically, what is popular. Often, this is the ultimate conclusion, often it's best to resist the popular things. Because popular things are, by definition, least resistance. That's what it is. You have to try and resist, and then see what happens. I had one dream that now kind of picks up a different meaning. Chester showed up, like, he's a dead man right now, and he shows up, like, last week in my dream saying, grow up. But what was the context? Well, there was a crowd of people, and I was going against the crowds, against the popular. All of a sudden, this fits right in to this script, right? I just don't know what the fuck he means by grow up. But hey, since there was another crowd, I'm not the target here. When he says grow up, more people here than just me. I'm just one guy. I don't have to take it personally. That's the funny thing. Resisting going against the popular direction where everyone is going is generally a good idea, right? Because they have to convince you otherwise. They have to convince you, why the fuck are you supposed to follow everyone else where everyone else is going? They have to be concerned enough to try and turn you around. Otherwise, they got nothing. And sometimes when I hold on an unpopular opinion, fuck these people. I will resist all of them. They got nothing, bro. They're using their own popular tactics, and they write themselves off very quickly by starting to repeat themselves. Or borderline become a bully for no reason. Me been through a lot. Was it a ring of fire? Technically, if you storm someone's castle, if you attack someone's reputation, you will face resistance, right? Even if you deny popular opinion, you will face resistance. But it's different, right? Going after someone to try and dethrone them, or just trying to survive with unpopular opinion, waving a flag of like, I have unpopular opinion, you can't take my flag. And people will try and take it. Right? YouTube is technically still quite a dynamic place. Because what I described sounds pretty interesting, right? The last example I gave is like, well, Minecraft is now so popular it has a movie. But it probably lost its charm. We don't know. Just adding more features into Minecraft doesn't fundamentally make it harder to win the game. Right? You can make it harder for yourself, but the game itself doesn't make itself hard. Which is annoying. Because every gamer wants a challenge. Every gamer wants to test their skills. Eventually they will find some popular way to do it. Like speedrunning. Or some kind of specialized map that makes things slightly more difficult. But only slightly. Once you get the trick, usually everything falls apart. Once you figure out the metagame, things can fall apart very quickly. Sometimes, it's best not to even spoil yourself. But that also makes it that the game kind of sucks, right? You shouldn't be, like... You can technically spoil your Sudoku, yeah, but people know not to. People know, like, this is it. This is what you have to complete. You know the rules. Play this. That's it. Any amount of spoilers is going to ruin everything, right? So people know generally that spoilers are bad, but you have to know all the rules first. Just because something is popular doesn't mean that the soul of that thing haven't died yet. The soul of Minecraft was never Minecraft itself for me. It was AdventureCraft. I still hold the soul fucking hostage. 100% hostage. Right? It's on top of the leaderboard. There was something I found about Minecraft that was amazing. At the time, no, well, it's still pretty fucking amazing as it is. No one really tried to recreate anything substantial like this. But it would be easy to make maps in Minecraft. Where you set up these arbitrary rules, you can make games in Minecraft. Minecraft should have its own game jam, for fuck's sake. Right? It should be that convenient right now. At least. Or, as you can go the other direction, and Minecraft can be hard. All Minecraft is right now is just popular. Nothing else. See you guys next time. It's popular. It's food for predators like MrBeast. So funny. He actually talked about one of the servers that he left behind, which like fundamentally has the Ring of Fire usually at spawn. I'm just saying. If you want me to react to MrBeast videos, I have a whole channel dedicated just for that. You can subscribe to that too. Only MrBeast reaction stuff. I'm watching. I have to watch the biggest predator on the platform in case something happens. And I actually did found something happening, by the way. I also jumped on the drama when drama was happening. And even... Like, just by reacting, you can accidentally find yourself in the middle of drama. Where you might not have expected one to occur. Right, so... I'm fucking stoked. I'm stoked to watch Over a Predator do his thing. He can wobble a little bit. I guess if you involve women, MrBeast will always get a lawsuit. Thank you guys for watching.